So I decided to do a part 2 of the Thesis iPad edition app inside of an AUV3 host, and that's going to be BeatMaker 3. So if you want an overview of Thesis as a standalone application, go back to the previous video and check that out, and then come back to this one so you can understand what we're doing inside of BeatMaker 3. So let's just get to it. All right, so now we have BeatMaker 3 here, and I've loaded up a song that I was working on. Let's just listen to it real quick. All right, so nice little R&B vibe there. So I have a Pure Synth AUV3 instance. Sorry, that's D1. Let's go to Pure Synth. All right, we have that. And then I also have some snare sounds from my Native Instruments drum collection there loaded. But now we want to add some hi-hats. So I have a bank here. All right, and it has some hi-hat sounds from my Native Instruments collection. And what we want to do here is add Thesis as a MIDI effect. So instead of going to the usual audio effect here, we're going to go to MIDI effects, and we're going to add Thesis. And here's Thesis. And if we press play, we see our transport starts and our loop starts here. So now what I want to do is essentially just randomize. We're just going to start from randomize and see where that gets us. So let's hit play. That's actually kind of cool because what's happening is it's it's already set it up in a random way to trigger different hi-hat sounds. So it's not the same hi-hat, okay? So let's go back to Thesis. And so what we can do is just start manipulating this if we want. So maybe we can put in some rolls. And we're not hearing it as much because the velocity for those notes was low. Let's raise that up. All right. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Not sure if the gate time will affect this. The gate time would be how long that sample plays, but since they're hi-hats, then they're probably short samples. All right, so we're just going to leave that alone. All right, so let's see what that sounds like with the rest of the sequence. So let's stop Thesis, hit our global play up here. Yeah. I'm digging it. So what's cool about this is that we have generated a hi-hat track, and it's not just based off of one sample, it's based off of multiple samples at multiple velocities. So that's actually pretty cool and something that would probably take you a long time to do by hand. So, I mean, already that's a pretty creative way to do your hi-hats. And then we added some rolls there. All right, so let's just play around with it. Now, another key is going to be F major. Let's set F there and major scale. So let's just play it and see. All together now. Let's drop it down an octave. hit a C. Yeah. All right, stop. Let me copy this. Velocity data. I'm gonna place it over here, paste. I guess I could have done that with the, well, it doesn't matter. So let's extend our loop for the entire 32 steps here. All right, maybe we'll throw in some performance stuff here. Maybe an octave there. Okay, that could be cool. What else can we randomize here? Pitch. All right, let's add in some rolls. So chords won't affect sub-bass 808 because it's a monophonic synth. So let's see what else we can do. Maybe I want to do an octave down here. That's going to be really low. So yeah, if you're not hearing what I'm doing, that probably means you're listening to small speakers. I could try to turn it up. All right, cool. So that's sub-bass 808. Let's try another track. Let's just throw in a hi-hat. So I have another track, another bank rather, with a simple hi-hat. Now what I've learned is that in order to use Thesis in BeatMaker 3, you must make sure that you have keys on, which basically is gives you the different pitches across the pads. So this is one sample, so we can take just one particular sample and let's put Thesis on it and see what we get. All right, let's choose the right bank. There we go. All right, so we have Thesis on the track with a single hi-hat sample. So let's see what we can do with that. Let's just play Thesis. Let's randomize and randomize. So in terms of creating some rhythmic and exciting things in your track, this is a good plug-in app to do that with, because it's going to give you some things in the randomize function that you normally wouldn't think of, to do. So it's good in that regard because it gives you that kind of creative option where you don't have to, fiddle with things so much, and just kind of gives you a starting point for certain things. All right, so that's pretty cool. What else can we do here? Let's add some rolls like we did before. All right, let's hear it all together. Hey, you may say it's too much, but you know, sometimes maybe you just want some little rhythmic element to just kind of sit in the background, you know, just to kind of add a little vibe without being in the way, you know. And then we can also alternate that. Pan them. It doesn't matter. The point is to give you an example of what you can do rhythmically with just one sample versus a bunch of different samples. So yeah, that's Thesis, standalone Thesis in AUV host BeatMaker 3, giving you a lot of creative options and possibilities there. So, you know, really, hopefully this has sparked something in those of you who have thought about this app and maybe said, "Oh, it's too much to learn or work." Hopefully, this kind of gives you some things and clears up some misconceptions or some areas of vagueness for you, and hopefully, it'll give you some things to try out on your own. So please, try it out. What I'm going to do is I'll make some presets and I'll make those available to you guys to download, and you can try it out and try those presets. And so Thesis from Sugar Bytes.